the JFK Assassination, Theories, Cover UPS, and the Shadows of Power. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963, remains one of the most mysterious and controversial events in American history. Officially, it was the act of a lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald, firing 3 shots from the Texas School Book Depository in Dallas. However, decades of investigations, leaked documents, and eyewitness testimonies suggest something far more sinister, a conspiracy involving government agencies, the Mafia, and powerful elites who saw Kennedy as a threat to their control. A president with dangerous enemies. From the moment Kennedy took office in 1961, he challenged powerful institutions that had long dictated America's direction. His push for peace with the Soviet Union, his efforts to dismantle the CIA, and his refusal to escalate the Vietnam War made him a target of the military-industrial complex. He angered the Federal Reserve by issuing Executive Order 11110, which sought to reduce the power of private banking elites. The Mafia felt betrayed after helping him get elected, only to see his brother, Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, launch an aggressive crackdown on organized crime. As Kennedy's policies shifted toward curbing elite influence, secret organizations, and war profiteering, he unknowingly signed his own death warrant. The perfect kill zone, Dealey Plaza. On November 22, 1963, President Kennedy was riding in an open-top limousine through the streets of Dallas, waving to the crowds. As the motorcade turned into Dealey Plaza, the president was fatally shot, a moment captured in the infamous Zapruder film. The official story, outlined in the Warren Commission report, claimed 3 shots were fired from the Texas School Book Depository by Lee Harvey Oswald. However, numerous witnesses reported gunfire from multiple directions, including the famous grassy knoll. Some said they saw a puff of smoke behind a wooden fence, while others described hearing shots from different locations. Police officers and bystanders even ran toward the knoll, convinced that the shooter was not where the official story claimed. Despite dozens of witnesses contradicting the lone gunman theory, the government refused to investigate other possibilities. The magic bullet, the impossible physics. The Warren Commission concluded that a single magic bullet caused 7 wounds in both JFK and Texas Governor John Connally. This bullet, allegedly fired from Oswald's rifle, supposedly entered Kennedy's back, exited his throat, turned midair, hit Connally in the back, shattered a rib, exited his chest, entered his wrist, shattered bone, and finally lodged in his thigh, all while emerging nearly pristine. Experts in ballistics, physics, and medicine have long debunked this theory. The angles, wounds, and trajectories simply do not align with a single bullet theory. Instead, forensic evidence suggests that multiple shooters were involved. The CIA, the Mafia, and the deep state connection. Many researchers believe Kennedy's assassination was not the act of a lone, crazed gunman, but a carefully orchestrated coup. Several powerful groups had motives. The CIA, Kennedy threatened to dismantle the agency after the failed Bay of Pigs invasion in Cuba. Declassified documents suggest the CIA viewed Kennedy as a national security risk. The Mafia, Kennedy's brother, Robert, led a massive campaign against organized crime, despite the mob's alleged role in helping JFK win the election. The military-industrial complex, Kennedy refused to send combat troops to Vietnam, denying war profiteers billions in defense contracts. Lyndon B. Johnson, the vice president, known for his ruthless political ambition, had much to gain from JFK's removal. Days after the assassination, Johnson reversed many of Kennedy's policies. Oswald, the patsy. Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine and alleged Soviet sympathizer, was arrested hours after the assassination. However, before he could testify, he was murdered by nightclub owner Jack Ruby, a man with deep Mafia and CIA ties, inside the police station. His death ensured he could never reveal his side of the story. Oswald's own words before his execution, "I'm just a patsy." The government cover-up. The Warren Commission, led by Chief Justice Earl Warren, was set up to investigate JFK's murder. However, instead of a thorough inquiry, it seemed designed to silence alternate theories. Key witnesses were ignored, evidence was tampered with, and classified documents remained hidden for decades. Years later, the House Select Committee on Assassinations, HSCA, concluded in 1979 that Kennedy was probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy. Yet, no further investigations were pursued. The missing Secret Service protection. One of the strangest anomalies of the assassination was the lack of Secret Service protection. Normally, agents rode on the back of the presidential limousine, yet that day, they were ordered to stand down. Even stranger, several Secret Service agents were seen drinking the night before the assassination, a clear violation of protocol. This suggests an inside job, where Kennedy was intentionally left vulnerable. The Zapruder film, proof of multiple shooters? The Zapruder film, one of the only surviving recordings of the assassination, contradicts the official story. When slowed down and analyzed, it clearly shows Kennedy's head snapping backward, suggesting he was shot from the front, not from behind where Oswald was positioned. This directly contradicts the government's claim that Oswald fired all the shots from behind. The mysterious deaths of witnesses. Over 100 witnesses who contradicted the official version of events died under suspicious circumstances within a few years of the assassination. Some were found dead under mysterious conditions, while others died in accidents or suicides. Statistically, the likelihood of so many related individuals dying unnaturally is virtually impossible, suggesting a cover-up. The final truth, a coup d'état? The JFK assassination was more than just a political murder, it was a message to all future leaders who dared to challenge the real power structures of the world. The conspirators ensured that no president would ever again openly defy the military-industrial complex, intelligence agencies, or banking elites. It was only recently in 2025 that President Trump gave the orders to release all classified documents relating to the assassination of JFK. So after multiple government promises to release them, the truth may now be revealed after 6 decades. The answers may hold the key to understanding who truly controls the world and why JFK had to die.